Okay, so let's talk about this because this new leak is actually pretty exciting. And if you follow Redmi, POCO, or flagship smartphones in general, you should definitely watch this till the end. Fresh reports are now revealing details about the upcoming Redmi K100 lineup, and it seems Xiaomi has already started preparing its next-generation flagship devices. Based on the leak, there will be two models in the series. The first one is the Redmi K100, while the second is the Redmi K100 Pro Max. And honestly, just by hearing the names, it's easy to guess which model is expected to be the real powerhouse. Now, before moving further, let's quickly clear something up for people who don't closely follow Redmi phones. Redmi usually launches its K-series devices first in China, and later those same smartphones arrive in global markets under the POCO brand. So if you're a POCO fan, this leak is important for you as well. Let's go through everything one by one in the easiest way possible, starting with the Redmi K100. Internally, this phone reportedly carries the codename Athens, and its model number is said to be Q11. Of course, you don't really need to memorize these details, but leaks like this usually come from internal testing information, which is why people believe these devices are already in development, not just random fake rumors online. Now, the biggest highlight here is the processor. According to the leak, the Redmi K100 may feature the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset. This is Qualcomm's latest high-end flagship processor right now. That clearly shows this phone is being designed as a true flagship device, not a budget phone or even a mid-range model. So users can expect extremely smooth performance, better gaming experience, improved battery optimization, and stronger image processing for cameras. In simple words, this is the type of phone that should stay fast and powerful even after long-term use. Now let's move to the more exciting device, the Redmi K100 Pro Max. This model reportedly has the codename Sanin with the model number Q11X. Previously, Redmi used to use the letter U for the higher-end variant, but now they seem to have switched to X after adopting the Max branding instead of Pro Plus. And this is where things become really interesting. Leaks suggest that the Redmi K100 Pro Max could arrive with a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 processor. Yes, Gen 6. Qualcomm hasn't even officially announced this chipset yet. It's expected to be the company's next-generation flagship processor. If this information turns out to be accurate, Redmi could become one of the earliest smartphone brands to launch a device powered by this chip. And if that happens, performance on this phone could be absolutely insane. Music, we're talking about ultra-smooth gaming, super fast app performance, enhanced AI capabilities, and likely even better power efficiency as well. Of course, remember that this is still based on leaks, so nothing has been officially confirmed yet. But Redmi has a history of pushing aggressive specifications in its phones, so this kind of move would not really be surprising. Now here's another important detail. Similar to previous Redmi K-series devices, the Redmi K100 lineup is also expected to remain exclusive to China. That means many global markets may never officially get the Redmi branded versions. However, there's no need to worry because these phones are expected to launch globally under the POCO name. According to reports, the Redmi K100 may arrive internationally as the POCO F9 Pro, while the Redmi K100 Pro Max could launch globally as the POCO F9 Ultra. If you've used POCO F-series phones before, then you already know the formula. Powerful flagship-level specifications, competitive pricing, and performance that competes with much more expensive phones from brands like Samsung and Apple. Now let's discuss the possible launch timeline. At the moment, there is still no official release date. But if we look at Redmi's previous launch pattern, these devices will probably debut near the end of the year. For example, the Redmi K90 lineup launched in China around October 2025, and shortly after that, the same devices were introduced globally as the POCO F8 Pro and POCO F8 Ultra. So if Xiaomi follows the same strategy again, we might see the Redmi K100 series launch around October, while the POCO versions could appear globally in November or December. That would also give Xiaomi enough time to improve software stability, optimize the devices properly, and build excitement before launch. Now just think about what this could mean for users. If the Redmi K100 Pro Max really launches with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 chipset, then the POCO F9 Ultra could easily become one of the most powerful Android phones available globally at launch. And considering POCO's history, there's a strong chance the company will offer it at a very competitive price. That's what makes this leak exciting, because if POCO delivers Gen 6 flagship performance at a lower price compared to rivals, it could seriously disrupt the market once again. But performance alone is not everything. Right now, we still don't have details about the camera setup, battery capacity, charging speeds, display quality, or the final design. Those details are expected to appear in future leaks. However, even from these chipset details alone, it's obvious that Redmi and POCO are planning something big with this generation. information. So to quickly summarize everything in simple words, two smartphones are reportedly on the way. The Redmi K100 with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and the Redmi K100 Pro Max with Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6. The Redmi versions are expected to launch first in China, while global markets may get the same phones later as the POCO F9 Pro and POCO F9 Ultra. The launch is expected near the end of the year. If you enjoy high-performance smartphones, gaming devices, or simply want flagship-level speed at a lower price, then this is definitely a series worth watching closely. These early leaks are only the beginning, and more information regarding cameras, charging, pricing, and other features will likely appear soon. And if the Gen 6 chipset leak actually turns out to be true, Redmi and POCO could once again redefine the flagship killer category. That's all the information available for now, but honestly, this story is probably going to become even more exciting in the coming months. Thanks for so much watching, guys. See you next time.